Million dollar question. None of us know when the universities will begin. We're all going through a problem that's rare, that none of us have seen before. All I can say with a reasonable confidence interval is that most universities should be starting with their classes a little later than usual. So the usual starting date is somewhere around July for Indian universities, somewhere around August for US universities, and September for most European and UK schools. So I think that none of the universities would be starting their classes this year before October or November. The worst case scenario is that all the universities start in January. Some of the US universities have already announced that they will not begin before January. Said that, most universities should start with online classes in September or latest by October, wherein students do online classes for about 3 months and then shift to the regular offline classes January onwards. Said that, let's not really speculate what's going to happen. Let's go with the flow. The universities are trying their best to communicate with students and parents in real time. Any update that the universities have, you will know it there and then. So online is the new normal. I don't think we will ever go back to what we used to do earlier. Even when the virus completely disappears, the universities will continue to offer a mix of online and offline education. So in this scenario, the best thing for students would be to accept their offers and go to the universities regardless of the fact that they will be offering online classes for some time. Because this is what adapting to a change means. The faster the students adapt to this change, the better it will be. My friends may disagree and say that it does not make sense to go overseas now because going to America or going to Canada is all about the experience that university provides you, is what traveling provides you. And online studies may take a little bit away from that experience. But again, I would like to come back to my point that as students adapt, so will universities. Universities will find also innovative ways to add to their curriculum to give students an almost fruitful experience as before. So again, adapt to the change. Don't get intimidated by it.
Hi guys, for those of you who've received your offers and are apprehensive as to what the next steps should be, here's what you can do. For starters, write to the university and try and negotiate on an extension in terms of your admission timeline. Most universities are quite flexible and will do the needful to help you out. For example, there is an initial deposit amount that needs to be sent in once you've accepted your offer. Now, this is done via RTGS or a bank transfer, which may not be possible given the current situation. In which case, what you do is you write to the university, make them aware of what the issue is, and they will most definitely make arrangements to try and help you out. Now, when it comes to offers, you must definitely hedge yourself in a way that you're playing it safe. For example, say you are to accept the offer that you've received from a university in the US, you must also accept the other offer that you've received from the university, say in Canada. This way you're keeping your options open and viable at a time where no one can really predict what's to come. So essentially, moving ahead, you have no regrets at all. Now, once you've decided and are certain of the university that you wish to go to, make sure you're not missing out on any relevant communication that is coming your way. Join all the required WhatsApp groups, the Facebook groups, attend all the webinars, the Zoom sessions. Make sure you're staying in touch with the admissions head, the Indian advisor if the university has one, but basically you're not missing on any relevant information that is coming your way. You must also most definitely enroll yourself for online courses. This is going to help you acquaint yourself with the various virtual tools that are available, whether it's Google Hangouts or Zoom Messenger, etc. Get yourself on Coursera, go on Udemy, find courses that you could do, because we definitely foresee online classes taking place at least for the next couple of months. So it's very important that you familiarize yourself with the various platforms that are available.
Most universities as of now have mentioned that they will allow the international students to attend. It's just a little uncertain whether the international students would be attending in the fall or a few months later, or would the classes be happening online for a few months or a chunk of the year? But the fact is that classes will happen, as most universities have mentioned. A student shouldn't worry that they won't be attending university this fall. Once things resolve and say you decide to take up an Indian university for some time and then go overseas next year, the credits from an Indian university usually don't get transferred, so that should be kept in mind as well. It might be a good idea to start online at any university that you've been admitted to and then join as an offline student once things resolve.
There are two aspects to this. The first one is where you see yourself facing a liquidity crunch where you cannot afford an education overseas, in which case you must really make a personal choice and consider your options in India and then perhaps go for a master's overseas later on. For those of you who are really questioning if it is really worth it to go overseas in regard to opportunities and job prospects, please remember the fact that we are looking at you graduating 4 years from now, which is going to be 2024, and by then there is a high probability that the economy would recover and you will be having opportunities. Yes, you may not have the best internship post your first year of university, but please be rest assured that there will be plenty of opportunities in terms of potential job prospects.
So my advice to students is please hedge your options. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Apply to universities in at least 2 geographies. For example, if you connect well with the liberal way of education which the United States is known for, maybe also apply to 2 or 3 universities in Canada, because the Canadian way of education is a lot more similar to the United States. If you like a single track way of studying, which is for example what the United Kingdom offers, maybe also apply to Ireland when you apply to a few UK universities. It's just last week we received an inquiry from a student who had received an offer from a leading design school in Italy with the help of an earlier counselor. The student was panicking because the university decided to roll back her offer on the pretext that the university will not be accepting international students for the next 2 years. Luckily, we were able to get her an offer from a leading design school in the US just 2 days ago, and the student now seems far more relaxed than what she was earlier. Second, be realistic. This does not mean that you don't apply to your dream and aspirational colleges on your college list, but certainly have at least 2 or 3 safeties that you earlier were thinking you may not want to apply. This is because I expect the universities to slash their admit percentage rate for the next year, thinking that not many international students would be willing to travel overseas, or parents may not be willing to send them overseas, either due to a financial crunch because of the global recession that they're going through, or because they feel that it's safer for their kids to be in their domestic country. Second, there will be a lot of spillovers from this year to next year who would be wanting to defer their admissions, and the university will hence take less students applying this year for next year. Third, I also foresee universities to offer limited aid than before. They will not be able to lure students with fat scholarships the way they generally do. This is because the universities may have restricted funding. So be prepared to shell out more for your university education purposes. I would request students to follow their guidance high school counselor, external career counselor, if any. Follow their universities on social media to know what the latest updates are, because a lot of universities are changing their criteria for admission. Some universities, for example, have dropped SAT or ACT as a criteria for admission. Some universities may have extended timelines. Many US universities have announced that SAT or ACT will no longer be a criteria for students applying this year for fall 2021 entry. However, I still feel that students should take the SAT or ACT exam and must report the scores in case they are good, because I just mentioned that admission for 2021 entry is going to be far more competitive than entry 2020. This means that students who would have taken SAT or ACT will have an extra thing to demonstrate on their application and make a better case for admission. The College Board has announced a September testing option in lieu of the May and June SAT exams that have gotten cancelled. In India, the College Board was also offering SAT in August this year for the first time. So students should have multiple options to take the SAT exam and hence must take it and submit their scores to universities and make a stronger case for their applications.
In all likelihood, the scholarships and financial aid provided to international students will reduce because of several reasons. First, the universities are going to be going through a deep financial crunch at this stage, fall 2020, because a lot of students may not end up joining university. And second, a lot of scholarships are funded by private sponsors, and because of the recession, the funds that these sponsors divert to universities, which they then use to give scholarships to students, will be reducing significantly. My urge to students would be, if you're looking for a high scholarship, please get your expectation a little low for next year. However, universities should and most likely will continue to offer some aid to international students, because that is definitely a pull factor for a lot of students wanting to study overseas, especially the US.
Especially for high school seniors, I would advise them to take provisional admission in a local school as well, and then see, depending upon how the situation unfolds, as to what the best thing should be to do. This is because it's a crucial year. They have to work on their college applications, they have to work on their academic grades, and it may be difficult for them, the students, to work with their guidance counselors, teachers, synchronize their time zones. So it might just be a good idea to be in a local school around and get things in order.
Hi everyone, this is Vandita and I'm a freshman at UC Berkeley. I know there's a lot of confusion which is going around about the value of international education and the impacts and the risks which are involved, especially with COVID now. So here's my experience. Even though I've been to Berkeley and the US for just a year, it's not only made me more independent as a person, but also helped me to choose right from wrong, which is something that's really important to me. It's also helped me to be better equipped for disaster management and to solve my own problems, which is a really gratifying experience.
Hi everyone, I'm Vanshika. I'm a second year BBM student in Singapore Management University. The past 2 years have been a wonderful learning experience for me. The COVID-19 situation, rather than having a negative impact on me as a student, has actually led to development and has made me more mature. Handling online classes, giving online presentation, giving online examinations has made me a more tech-savvy person. If someone comes and asks me today that if you had known this is going to happen in a university experience, would you take the decision of studying abroad? And I think my answer will still remain